friends, welcome back to Stories and Crafts. This week our theme is all about gingerbread men. So the first book we're going to read is called The Library Gingerbread Man. I wonder if there are any gingerbread men running around our library. I'll have to keep my eye out. At the library, every book character has an address. The gingerbread man lives at number 398.2. This is just like our library because we have those numbers on the spines of our books too. Those are for nonfiction books. But one day when the librarian was placing him back on the shelf, the gingerbread man leapt out of the book and whoosh, he dashed away. "Stop! Stop, gingerbread man!" the librarian cried. "You belong here." But the gingerbread man just looked back and laughed. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." And off he went along the library shelves. As he passed a thesaurus at 423.1, someone shouted, "Stop, gingerbread man, stop, cease, halt, freeze, stay." But the gingerbread man didn't stop, cease, halt, freeze, or stay. He raced on by. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian and I can run away from you too." The gingerbread man sailed on. At 599.638, a giraffe poked his head out of a book. "Stop, stop, gingerbread man, you're in the wrong section." The gingerbread man darted under the giraffe's long neck, saying, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian and a word wizard, and I can run away from you too." And off he went. When he came to 629.892, a cranking, grinding robot droned. "Stop, stop, you are misplaced." The gingerbread man just whizzed on by. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian and a word wizard and a giraffe, and I can run away from you too." And he kept going. When he passed 736.982, an origami bird swooped down on him. It flapped its paper wings and called, "Stop, stop, gingerbread man, you don't belong here." But the gingerbread man didn't stop. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian, a word wizard, a giraffe, and a robot, and I can run away from you too." They're upset because he's going to a different spot than the spot that his book is supposed to be in, because each of these books have their own spots, and that's why they have the numbers so that you know where they are in the library. As he rushed by 818.602, he heard, "Knock, knock. Who's there?" the gingerbread man asked. "The joke's on." The gingerbread man couldn't resist. "The joke's on who?" "The joke's on you. Now stop." That means that 818.602 must be knock knock joke books. But the gingerbread man wasn't joking around. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian, a word wizard, a giraffe, a robot, and a paper bird, and I can run away from you too." The gingerbread man ran into a crowd at 920, the biography section. Abraham Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, and Amelia Earhart tried to stop him. "Stop, stop, gingerbread man, you're a long way from home." The gingerbread man sped around them. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the librarian, a word wizard, a giraffe, a robot, a paper bird, and a jokester, and I can run away from you too." Even Jesse Owens, a record-breaking Olympic runner, couldn't keep up. The gingerbread man soon came to the end of the shelves. He looked back to see the crowd closing in on him. They had been joined by a space alien from 001.942, a philosopher from 180, and a cyclops from 292.1. The gingerbread man looked down at the floor, far, far below. If he jumped, he might break an arm or a leg or crack into crumbly pieces. Just then, a fluffy white Arctic fox came slinking out of a book at 998. "Looks like you're trapped," Fox said. "I need to get to the ground," the gingerbread man told him. Fox inched closer. "I'm quick and light on my feet. Get up on my back and we'll jump together." The gingerbread man wasn't sure he could trust the fox, but time was running out. He climbed onto Fox's back. "Wait," said Fox. "You should be even higher. Climb onto my head instead." The gingerbread man didn't like being that close to Fox's mouth, but he didn't have time to argue. With a mighty leap, Fox sprang off the shelf, threw back his head, and sent the gingerbread man sailing high into the air. As the gingerbread man came down, he saw the fox waiting with his mouth wide open. The gingerbread man dropped closer and closer and closer, and snap! The clever librarian closed him back into his book. It is particularly hard to outsmart a librarian. That's true, I would know. There you go, she said, placing him back in his own spot at 398.2. And there he stayed, waiting to be checked out by the eager readers in the library. Now he's back in his home. Our next book is called Gingerbread. Our story starts with a lump of pastry that Horace's mum gave him, which Horace would usually roll about over the floor and furniture until it was deep gray and fluffy, and quite a lot smaller. But today, Horace's mum gave him a cookie cutter in the shape of a bear to use. Horace stamped out a gingerbread bear and gave it currant eyes and a nose. Horace's mum put it in the oven to bake. 20 minutes later, the cookie bear was golden colored and smelled lovely, and Horace wanted to take a bite, but "No, Horace," said Horace's mum, "it is too hot. You must wait for it to cool down." An hour later, Horace remembered the cool gingerbread bear was about to take a bite, but "No, Horace," said Horace's mum, "you are just about to have dinner. You will spoil your appetite." But before bedtime, Horace thought of the golden cookie bear, and he was just gazing at it, but "No, Horace," said Horace's mum, "you have just cleaned your teeth." Horace put the bear in a little tin and put it on his pillow. He's counting sheep before bed. It was the middle of the night. Ginger Bear woke up. He yawned and stretched and looked about for somebody to play with. Everyone seemed to be asleep. Ginger Bear had an idea. "I shall make some friends," he said to himself, and went to the kitchen. Ginger Bear found butter and flour and milk. He mixed up a mixture and rolled it and shaped it and put the first batch of friends in the oven to bake. When they had cooled, Ginger Bear dressed them in icing of many colors. Thousands of sugar sprinkles and candied peels and glacé cherries and little silver balls. "And now," Ginger Bear said to his new friends, "let the fun begin." Ooh, that one's kind of spooky. "Come one, come all, one night only. Ginger Bear's circus is performing in the kitchen. Watch the acrobats as they toss and tumble. Gasp as strong bear raises the rolling pin. Scream with surprise as our aeronaut is fired from the ketchup bottle." The circus was so exciting that no one noticed the shadow looming in the doorway. Uh-oh, what do you think it is? Bongo the dog liked cookies, but not in a way that is necessarily good for the cookies. Ginger Bear just managed to clamber to safety. Ginger Bear looked sadly at the mess. He suddenly realized that he needed to find a place where a cookie could be safe. When Horace awoke the next morning, he reached for the tin that had contained the little cookie bear, but all he found was crumbs and a card that looked familiar. The life of a cookie is usually short and sweet, but Ginger Bear has found somewhere safe to be. Ginger Bear is in the pastry shop display. Some of it's cardboard covered in icing. Some of it is cardboard covered in icing. Some of it is plaster. It looks delicious, but it can never be eaten. The display changes through the year, but every day Ginger Bear is the star, and every night, who knows? Whew, he saved himself from being eaten. Our last book before we look at our craft is called Gingerbread Friends. This is by Jan Brett. She has lots of books about gingerbread men. The sassy gingerbread baby lived in a scrumptious gingerbread house in the bedroom of a boy named Matty. He was happy with the toys and treats that Matty made for him. Still, something was missing. One day he watched Matty go off with his friends to ski and skate, and he knew what it was. "I'm the gingerbread baby, happy as can be, until Matty goes out. Then it's lonely here for me. I want a friend of my own," the gingerbread baby thought. The next morning, Matty stayed home, but he was too busy in the kitchen to play. So the gingerbread baby slipped out and headed for the village to look for a friend. The gingerbread baby walked along the lane. He came to a bakery and saw a man and woman just his size in the window. "Maybe they would like to be my friends," he thought. Inside, the gingerbread baby popped up in front of them and sang, "I'm the gingerbread baby, peppy as can be. I'll be friends with you if you'll be friends with me." But the man and woman just stared straight ahead like statues, eyes wide open. The gingerbread baby saw a sugar cookie girl nearby. He cartwheeled across the marshmallow snow singing, "I'm the gingerbread baby, gallant as can be. I'll be friends with you if you'll be friends with me." But she didn't look at him, and she didn't say a word. Next, the gingerbread baby spotted 7 white swans swimming on a sugar frosting sea. He leaped toward them and called out in excitement, "I'm the gingerbread baby, clever as can be. I'll be friends with you if you'll be friends with me." But the elegant swans didn't even honk a hello. They stayed exactly as they were, stiff and still. The gingerbread baby turned and gazed up at a cake as tall as a mountain with icy ledges, and a man and a woman dancing on the top, petticoats and coattails flying. "I'm the gingerbread baby, plucky as can be. I'll be friends with you if you'll be friends with me." But when he reached the top, he saw that they weren't dancing at all. They were as still as stone. The gingerbread baby was about to give up when he saw a door just his size. "I'll go in there and think about what to do next," he thought. He slid down the cake and ran inside, where he fell sound asleep. Scritchy scratchy, the gingerbread baby woke up and found himself face to face with a real live Mama Mouse nibbling on his marshmallow pom-pom. "Oh no," he thought, "home is the place for me." And he ran out of the bakery with the mouse, the cat, the baker, and his wife not far behind him. As the gingerbread baby raced home on his rooster, the unfriendly creatures chasing him were joined by a red fox, who almost caught the gingerbread baby as he flew over the fence and ran into Maddie's house just in time. Tired and sad, the gingerbread baby started to cry. "I'm the gingerbread baby, lonely as can be. No one wants to be my friend as far as I can see." But then he heard some singing and a trail of cupcakes caught his eye. He climbed the stairs, and you'll never guess what he found. Oh, man. Look at that. We're gingerbread friends, playful as can be. We'll be friends with you if you'll be friends with me, and me, and me. He found a whole gingerbread village. That's pretty cool. So our craft this week, you have two options. Your curbside option is a gingerbread house. So you'll get, it'll look something like this, and you'll want to kind of puff it out like that so it can stand up on its own. You'll actually get a white bag, so you can color it brown if you want to, or you can leave it white, it's up to you. But inside of your bag, you will get these bricks here, and I just colored the bricks and put them on the top. I glued them like this on the top, one on each side. And then I colored these dots as like Christmas lights. And so I colored them and then cut them out, and I put them, so both sides look the same, but you can do it however you want. I colored them and cut them and put them on here, and then I cut out the windows and put them there. And then you'll also get a couple of cotton balls. And what I did is I stretched out the cotton balls and I glued it under the window to look like snow had fallen on the window. And then I did the same, like it was piled up under the door. And then you'll also have a door on the same page as your windows that I cut and glued. And then I did the same thing on both sides. Then there are some gumdrops on your paper. Gumdrops. And I just glued 2 of those on either side of the door. You'll also get a snowman sticker in your bag. So it's a snowman that you can dress up. So he has a scarf and mittens and a hat and 2 buttons, so you can put those on there. And so I put him next to the door. And so you might want to puff it out like this so it stands up. And then if you want the top to be closed, you can staple it or glue it together. Or you can leave the top open, or maybe you can put something inside. Maybe you can make some gingerbread friends that go inside the house. So that's your curbside option. And then your printable option is also a gingerbread house, but it's a smaller one. And you'll get a piece of paper that looks like this. And I just went ahead and colored it all. And I folded on these dotted lines so that it made a cube. And then there's a spot up here that says glue to roof. So I folded the roof like this along the dotted line, and I glued where it said glue to roof. And then the hanger is a little bit tricky to do. I left it white, but I cut it out, and then you want to glue the little puffy cloud part down to the roof, and then leave a kind of a space here as if in case you wanted to hang it. But you don't have to put that option on there if you don't want. So I went ahead and colored it first before I cut it out because it would be kind of hard to color like when it's a cube. So those are your two options for the curbside craft and the printable craft this week. And I hope you enjoyed the stories, and we'll see you next time.